Another day, another weird video like this.
Morning shift underground, coffee's hot, air's cold. So, yeah, that's the craft. Classic disc, no rivets, no seams, no idea how it flies. We keep poking at it, running scans, nothing budges.
A fake AI video is, of course, what's flying over Europe right now. Isn't fake. It's very real, and the French now believe that it might be the Russians on one of their oil tankers. What in the world is going on here as a nuclearly sub-armed country now is starting up with Russia, with some people even saying that France might enter the war against Russia as soon as a few hours from now. Is that actually what is going on here? Well, they definitely took a very egregious, aggressive step against Russia now. That, of course, will be seen as a major event, as there's also rumors of diplomatic planes flying from Russia to the United States right now. As right now, we are going to see if it actually is advanced Russian tech that is responsible for these UAP drone incursions that have been happening all throughout Europe. Now, it's also important to note that they have been happening in the United States last year. They have also been happening to countries like Japan. And there's a lot of weird similarities going in and out of water, defying laws of physics, disappearing, sometimes even transforming, staying up there a lot longer than consumer drones could ever stand, and of course going after key critical infrastructure, and in many instances, many times where there are actual nuclear weapons. Are these aliens? Are these UFOs? Or did the Russians just get caught here in one of the biggest type of disclosure events in modern recent history of advanced military tech? Well, we're going to answer that question and a lot more all here on this independent media organization. If you appreciate these type of videos, subscribe, click the notification button. We greatly appreciate all the time that, of course, you spend with us here on this channel. Now, the fact that there's still no official explanation to these drones is crazy. But now, rumors are swirling, and again, this has not been officially confirmed. A lot of people are reporting like it's confirmed. It's not confirmed. That France may enter a war with Russia in defense of a, quote, NATO member state. What NATO member state is that? A lot of people are talking about the possibilities of false flags. Russia is coming out and having their politicians and military members be like, Ukraine's going to do a false flag in either Poland or Romania, and they're going to blame it on us. Ukraine is coming out and saying they're going to do a false flag in Poland, and they're going to blame Ukraine. Who's really telling the truth? I don't know. But it is a powder keg-like situation that right now is unfolding inside of Europe that is extremely tumultuous, to say the least. It's not nice. It's not pleasant. It's very wild. It's very crazy, as of course this has been building up for a very long time, and we have documented it throughout the last few years. Ever since 2014, we're like, this is a weird kind of CIA coup here. Romania, Moldova, the next big type of clash points, as well as a lot of the Baltic states like Estonia, Lithuania. Things are heating up, of course, in Poland. UK fighter jets are flying over Poland right now. There's news of a lot of NATO fighter jets being mobilized over NATO because of alleged new drone incursion. Is that what's going on here? We're also hearing that France is being put on combat readiness at the highest level. Again, has not been confirmed here, but we do know that the French today took a very aggressive, egregious move, and their French special forces just seized an oil tanker off of the coast of France in international waters that is alleged to be, of course, Russian. Here's the video that we're getting of this incursion, as Macron's government now is claiming that this is a part of Russia's, quote, shadow fleet and is responsible for launching these UAP, these drone incursions, into Denmark. Now, is that what is happening? We heard these claims a couple days ago, and we reported on them. They're like, Ukraine is coming out and saying that these drones are coming from Russian oil tankers. We're going to find out, because if the French have something here, it's major. Now, personally, I don't think they do, because this drone stuff is far bigger than a lot of people understand it to be, right? And we'll go over that in a little bit. But let's just say right now, the French special forces find something like, oh yeah, this is the new Russian advanced tech that defies modern laws of physics and science. That's going to be big, and Russia's going to look very guilty, aggressing, meddling, scaring, tempering, because the Japanese are going to be like, you did it to us. The Americans are going to be like, you did it to us over the East Coast. Can you answer for what you guys did? And now they're going to have a big situation where they violated American, Japanese, European airspace without proper protocol, without proper authority, terrorizing the local constituents of those jurisdictions that still do not have an answer to what in the world is going on here. Now, listen, we're going to see. But if the Russians get caught here, this is going to be a big diplomatic development for them, as now 2 Russian crew members at the seized oil tanker are the suspects. They are going to be investigated, and it's going to be interesting to see what we are going to be finding out from here. Now, we got some more photos of the French special forces boarding this oil container ship. As this is going to be interesting. I'm waiting at the edge of my seat to find out what is going on here, as there are some other really interesting developments with Russia and other countries. But before talking about that and talking about all the other crazy stuff regarding these drones, what a lot of people believe to be aliens, we wanted to tell you about wearechange.shop, where we got great supplements like vitamin C. I made sure to get the best high quality, fat soluble Liposol vitamin C. You got to take it with fat, okay? It's a little bit more inconvenient than just popping any kind of random pill into your stomach. You take it with fat, so it is soluble. So your body could actually, use it, because a lot of vitamins people take filled with a lot of really horrible, atrocious stuff. Liposol vitamin C has a lot of different benefits. I take it when I fly, mainly because it's an immune support. It's a powerful antioxidant. It helps iron absorption. It helps promote skin and joint health. And overall, I just like having vitamin C on hand in case I don't feel good. I get that weird, scratchy itch in the back of my throat. And I'm like, where's the vitamin C? I'm not getting sick. And I usually take a bigger dose of vitamin C. Now, a lot of people report some other kind of weird things about vitamin C. And again, do your own homework before putting anything into your own body. But the collagen production, reduction of inflammation, reducing allergic responses. I don't like taking allergy pills. I like taking supplements. And I like to stay away from the things that make me allergic. That's just kind of common sense type of behavior. Look up wearechange.shop. The link is down in the description below, and get yourself some Liposol vitamin C in case you start feeling a little bit under the weather. Make sure you nip it in the buttocks and get yourself some high quality premium vitamins on wearechange.shop. Now, we're also hearing right now that the Russian government urgently took off from Moscow and is flying towards Washington, D.C. right now, as it looks like the Russians might be concerned here. Did they just get caught red-handed by the French special forces? That's a question that I think is worth asking. It's going to be interesting. I want to know, what are the French reporting? I'm watching all the French reports. I'm like, tell me what it is. As all right now, multiple reports are saying, hey, the French are getting ready for some very aggressive maneuvers. Now, again, taking a Russian oil container, that's a pretty aggressive move. That's going to piss off Russia. Now, Russia is the number 2 world power when it comes to nuclear subs. Behind them is China. Behind that is France. France has a lot of nuclear reactors. They did the opposite of what Germany was doing. Germany's like, we have to get rid of the reactor for Greta Thunberg. And I'm like, you dummies. I thought you guys were smart. No, they're not. And then they're like energy deficient. Their economies are going down. Energy prices through the roof. Everything's through the roof. Idiots. French. They built a lot of nuclear reactors. They also built a lot of nuclear subs, and they have a lot of advanced nuclear subs. The United States is number 1 with advanced nuclear submarines. Now, the French have nuclear weapons. The French have been some of the more kind of biggest, egregious, aggressive type of escalators in this conflict that's happening right now in Ukraine that represents the larger proxy conflict between NATO, the West, and Russia. Russia teaming with North Korea, Iran a little bit, that their partnership definitely wavered when America attacked them, China, and India. A lot of the BRICS nations, Venezuela as well. Venezuela and Russia announced that they're going to be working closely together as well. And of course, Donald Trump's also talking about invading Venezuela. Now, there's also reports right now that 2 Russian-shaped type kamikaze drones are in Belarusian airspace heading towards Poland. Poland scrambled F-16 Block 52 plus fighter jets in order to intercept them, shoot them down. These are the latest reports that are coming in from Europe. Now, again, any type of mistake could happen at any particular moment, and this is just, I think, a recipe for a disaster. We are on an entire powder keg-like type of situation. That's one of the reasons where I'm like, Poland, I love Poland, I love my people. Do I want to live in a war zone? Do I want to be in such a hostile place where anything at any moment could happen? No. And it's an extremely wild, crazy situation that's developing there. As right now, we are hearing that a few hours ago, Denmark was on high alert ever since World War II, mainly because of these mystery drones. Now, these mystery drones, they look weird. They defy the laws of physics. No one could really explain them. No one really knows what's going on here. A lot of them are like, they're Russian hybrid operations. And again, they go over military sites. They go over airports. They go over nuclear reactors. They go over major infrastructure. And they just kind of stay and hover. And then they release lights during the night to kind of show that they're there. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, Putin violated Poland's airspace with his drone. He's kind of probing drones in Romania, in Estonia. He's trying to see the reaction that they're going to have. Trump said, shoot them down. Russian aircraft in NATO airspace, shoot it down immediately. Now, Germany has deployed troops anti-drone gear. Estonia reportedly shot down one of these drones. We haven't heard about what they found. But was it a consumer drone? Was it a regular drone? Consumer drones are told, stop flying. Don't fly here. What's the situation? I mean, I think, maybe the Russian... And this is what I speculated, too. I was like, maybe this is advanced military tech. Maybe this is American tech meant to test and probe our defensive systems. Maybe it's Chinese. That's what some people came out and said. There's China. Some people said, no, it's Russia. Could be. Russia has some advanced stuff as well. Russia has some very interesting... military capabilities. I mean, they have satellite space weapons, by the way. Now, today, we're getting reports, something that I said before, because I said, look, it's all the same hallmarker. They pop up, no one knows what they are. They're all confused. They disappear. They transform. They disappear. They defy the laws of physics. They're up there a lot longer than a lot of people expect them to be, but they go after key critical infrastructure. I was saying that, and I said it happened in Japan, it happened in the United States, it happened against all the countries where Russia has a lot of tensions against. That's interesting, right? Japan and Russia still at odds with territory in the Northern Islands over Japan, right? The United States still very significantly at odds with Russia now, more than ever. Also, now more at odds with Europe, as now things are heating up in this type of perpetual proxy escalatory type of conflict that definitely is getting more heated and more serious, as now many reports are coming from Germany saying, yeah, these drones were over key critical infrastructure. They were recording hospitals, power plants, parliament buildings, oil refineries. They were moving in a parallel courses. It looked like they were, quote, mapping the area. Similar flights were detected in all different parts of Germany, all different parts of Denmark. And now there's a new law that would allow the army to shoot down a lot of these suspicious drones. Now, we saw footage from recent congressional hearings of alleged UAPs that the United States flew Tomahawk missiles at, and the Tomahawk missile just bounced off. This is the most advanced type of missile that's extremely accurate, that flies in all types of different atmospheres and altitudes, very low altitude, so it can't really be detected, can't really be stopped. They can put nuclear warheads on it. Trump's debating right now whether he should give those type of advanced missile systems to Ukraine, which would absolutely mean a major escalatory type of trajectory and push Russia closer to their nuclear doctrine, because they could carry nuclear weapons. That's the seriousness of the situation, as we're kind of waiting here like, hey, politicians, can you stop being stupid? Can you stop just trying to escalate this scenario? Can we just take it easy here? Now, there's a number of countermeasures now, but again, the memo that came out, according to Der Spiegel right now, highlights that everything we've been saying is key here. And that's why some people are saying, listen, there's a big probability it's not even a country, that it could be extraterrestrial forces out there. Now, the Danish politicians are kind of left not even understanding what in the world is going on here as well. They're like, I don't know what the hell. Like, I have a security clearance. And I'm still being told it's classified. A lot of these politicians are like, and you see the videos here, strange aerial phenomenons, unidentified aerial phenomenons, UAPs. Now, first it was Denmark, then it was Germany, then we heard reports in France. Originally, by the way, this happened in the UK, then it came over to the United States. Which, if it's a part of one of these kind of carriers, that wouldn't make sense. Now, Denmark, Sweden, France, Germany. Still, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of unknowns here. Critical infrastructure being targeted here. Same exact thing happened into the United States. As Tucker Carlson, I thought, had very interesting comments about this when he was talking to Michael Schellenberger, discussing how a lot of these drone incursions specifically happen around nuclear weapons. Now, I've talked to a lot of high-ranking government members, and there's also other high-ranking government members that have previously gone public and said, whenever we're close to blowing each other up, there's always some kind of outside force comes in, stops it. Multiple stories of like false alerts, systems not working, Russia being told you're being nuked, nuke now, bomb the other country, and people just deciding not to do it. Some people are saying, well, aliens intervened. There's even reports of Putin a couple years ago trying to test out some of his nuclear weapons, and allegedly aliens intervened and stopped him and prevented him from even testing them. Is that the case here? Well, this is what Tucker Carlson says, who, by the way, believes in interdimensional beings that the U.S. government has relations with. Yeah, I had a conversation with him about that on stage at TPUSA.
The drone sighting or the lights in the sky over New Jersey last year, and so many sightings that it's really no dispute that it happened. The question is, what is it? And the president said that he would tell us. We've never heard. What was that, do you think?
I don't know. And, they're having...
No one knows. Wait, what is it? Oh.
Also very similar drone sightings now over in Denmark that actually shut down both Danish airports on Sunday. I mean, it's... yeah, I mean, and why can't we know about it? And the drones happened in New Jersey. Well, we caught them in an open lie. I mean, they just said, John Kirby at one point said something like they had evaluated like 3,000 cases of drone sightings in like 48 hours, which is like absurd. There's no possibility they did it. And then we started looking, a set of people started looking, and you discover that, in fact, there's been these drone swarms around U.S. military bases. I mean, not a couple either. I mean, I think it was somewhere around 2 or 3 dozen military bases. And there's a lot of evidence that those drones are circling around those moments when there's nuclear weapons.
Yeah, when it's most serious, right? When it's like, okay, we're about to blow each other up. And again, some people believe, there's some kind of extraterrestrial force out there that is automatically coming in and being like, even though that sounds absurd, even though that sounds crazy. But in today's day and age, does it? Right? Does it sound really crazy? Because, like, I'm at a point where I'm like, probably. Who the hell knows? It's not even the most shocking thing that's been happening.
in the area. So, I'm skeptical that it's Chinese and Russian because the drones are engaged in behaviors that I think are very difficult for anybody to do. But I mean, if these objects are behaving in ways that, do appear to be using a different kind of propulsion or anti-gravity.
Yeah, they're like, you. And everyone's like, how the hell did they do it? You. What? Where you. Where'd you go? I don't know. Everyone's like looking around, like, I don't know. What's going on here? I don't know.
I mean, I'm very skeptical that that's ours in the sense that it took a huge effort to create the Manhattan Project and to create nuclear weapons. It was a massive, massive endeavor. And so to somehow easily get, or to be able to easily hide reverse engineering, I don't know how you do that.
Did the Russians break the code? Or is this UFOs? What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below. I always appreciate constructive criticism. I always appreciate your opinions. Press 1 if you think it's Russia. Press 2 if you think it's UFOs. I want to see the conversation. Thank you so much for taking care of your health. I want you happy. I want you healthy. I want you the best, strongest, most amazing version of yourself. And that's why I try to use a little bit of positivity and always try to end every single video by saying, I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. All here exclusively on YouTube.com.